Well, I'm sure we all know by now that the Apple Vision Pro, despite the fact that it's really cool and innovative and definitely a glimpse into the future, at least as of mid-2025, it is way too expensive, heavy, and not exactly accessible or reasonable for most consumers, and even enthusiasts like myself. It's not even really a finished product yet, and more of a beta device for early adopters and developers. But in the meantime, if you want a similar giant screen anywhere kind of experience, look no further because ROKID has you covered with their ROKID AR Joy 2 package. It includes their ROKID Max 2 AR glasses and their ROKID Station companion accessories. So without further ado, let's jump into things here. First up, we have their Max 2 AR glasses, which are built really nicely and also look pretty normal for the most part, which is something you cannot say about the flashy, clunky Vision Pro. But digging deeper, they offer a virtual 215-inch micro OLED display experience with 50 degrees of FOV, wider than other AR glasses or displays of its class. You also get a sharp 1080p resolution, 600 nits of peak brightness, which is also more than what you get with other competitors, along with a 120Hz refresh rate, which matches your iPhone, MacBook Pro, and again, outperforms other competing AR glasses. They also have this removable cover on the front that blocks out your surroundings to immerse you in your content or display. But when removed, you get that Vision Pro-like pass-through, except it's actually legit pass-through through actual glass, which is really nice. It also makes your content or display look a little transparent like certain elements of visionOS, which I also think is really cool. Zooming out a bit though, these ROKID Max 2 AR glasses also fit quite nicely on your face and are a very lightweight 75 grams, which is a tiny fraction of the whopping 650 gram Vision Pro headset. It also has flexible arms, air cushioned nose pads, and unlike the Vision Pro, built-in prescription adjustment between 0 to 600 degrees, which is so amazing, but only if your eyes aren't as bad as mine, which actually prompted me to buy my own attachable prescription lenses so I can get a clearer view. Nonetheless, this is an amazing, convenient, and money-saving feature for those of you who are moderately nearsighted. But like the Vision Pro, you also get built-in spatial or audio pods or speakers, which I think sound pretty great. And at the end of the left arm of the AR glasses, you'll find a USB-C port which you can use to plug and play with your iPhone, iPad, Mac, or any device with a USB-C connector that can output or mirror its display. But we'll touch on this more later. And again, because this is a package deal, you also get this ROKID Station accessory that I mentioned earlier. This thing is actually pretty sick because it's a standalone external computer or smart TV stick-like device for your Max 2 glasses here. It's designed out of high-quality plastic and metal and fits very nicely in your hand too. It also has an internal 5,000 mAh battery to power itself and the Max 2 AR glasses for up to 5 hours. And thankfully, since it outputs its own image or display via mini HDMI, you get an additional USB-C port, which you can plug into power for even longer usage. In terms of usage though, the station offers a Google TV OS experience, which you can interact with thanks to the intuitive built-in controls. You can also use the included Google TV remote if you want for an even more TV-like experience. But anyway, even though I of course prefer Apple's tvOS, Google's tvOS is also a pretty fantastic and smooth experience as well, and supports all your favorite entertainment or streaming apps like YouTube, Spotify, Prime, Max, and other Android apps as well, which you can actually interact with by pairing a keyboard and mouse, which is crazy. And last up with regard to hardware, ROKID also includes a carrying case for your Max 2 AR glasses, the ROKID Station, and the USB-C cables you need to make the ensemble work properly. It's very nicely designed, crafted out of faux leather, and has a nice snappy lid. I'd compare this to a giant glasses case, which I actually really enjoy, and the fact that it neatly keeps everything together in one place. But enough with the basic overview of the hardware and features here. The question now is, how do I actually use these Max 2 glasses and the ROKID Station in my everyday life? Well, for starters, I really love using the Max 2 AR glasses as an external display for work and leisure with my go-to Apple devices like my iPhone, iPad, and MacBook Air, and even Mac Mini. I can comfortably sit back and relax while using these devices on the couch, sitting in my recliner, or literally in bed as well. Or if I'm out and about, I can go about my usage in a cramped plane or car seat or at a coffee shop or library where space is also limited. Regardless of where I am, I can take advantage of the fantastic virtual or spatial and giant display experience and dig into my productivity work like emails, task management, research, and writing, and also my creative work like video and photo editing, which is made 1,000 times better with this virtual head-mounted giant display experience, opposed to hurting my neck and back cramped over my laptop screen while on the go or in public with limited space. I can also work some gaming in as well, which is definitely fun in an area where you can't physically have a bigger display. Not to mention the 120Hz refresh rate is a must for any kind of gameplay you're doing. As for how I use the ROKID Station though, once again it's literally a standalone Google TV stick, which can spare you from using your pre-existing devices, which is especially helpful if you're trying to conserve their battery life, or convenient if you want a proper TV experience for entertainment or streaming video from your favorite apps. Again, this is amazing for a long car ride or plane ride where you want to have a giant screen or theater-like experience with the limited space you have, all at a fraction of the weight and cost of the Vision Pro, with, I'd argue, a good 65% of the immersion factor and 85% of the display experience. A great value for the money, I'd say. And again, you get the included Google TV remote to control the interface, and if you're really crazy, you can again attach your own Bluetooth peripherals to the station and use the station with them to fully maximize your Google TV Android experience. So yeah, all in all, I would say here, based on my experience, the ROKID AR Joy 2 package here is a pretty refined setup. And for what it is, more so than the Apple Vision Pro, which again is still sort of a niche beta product. It's so much lighter, far more comfortable and inconspicuous, offers a similar immersive and spatially integrated large display experience, all again at a fraction of the cost, and it works with whatever USB-C equipped devices you already have on hand, which I love. I actually plan on using my ROKID Max 2 AR glasses here quite a bit, so much so that, as I said earlier, I bought prescription lenses for them since the already generous built-in prescription adjustment won't quite save my terrible eyes. But anyway, I'll leave a link to everything below if you're interested in checking out this ROKID AR Joy 2 package. And that about wraps things up here. I hope this video was fun and helpful. This is such a cool product, honestly, and thanks again to ROKID for sponsoring this video and supporting the channel. Expect more content coming from me very soon, and as always, I'm Noah, and I will catch you all in the next one.